Imagine holding in your hands something that the world is slowly realizing is far more valuable than anyone expected. Something rare, something timeless, something that could change your financial future forever. Right now, silver holders are panicking. And that panic, that's your signal. Because when fear spreads, opportunity is screaming. This moment is not just about silver. It's about vision, courage, and the kind of foresight that separates those who watch life happen from those who create it. I remember the first time I truly understood silver. I was sitting with an older investor, someone who had quietly amassed wealth while everyone else chased quick wins. He held a silver coin between his fingers and said, "Most people think gold is the only safe harbor. But silver tells a story of those who act while others hesitate." That story stayed with me because it wasn't just about metals. It was about mindset, patience, and seeing value before the world does. Look at people who transformed their lives through strategic investing. People who recognize silver wasn't just an industrial metal, but a ticket to financial freedom. There's the entrepreneur who, while friends splurged on flashy tech, quietly stacked silver and used it as leverage to start his first business. Today, that same silver is not just coins in a vault. It's freedom, options, and the ability to live life on his own terms. You see, wealth isn't about luck. It's about positioning yourself where others are too distracted, too fearful, or too impatient to go. Silver teaches a lesson every investor needs. Scarcity creates power. Every ounce you hold isn't just a commodity. It's an opportunity to grow, to hedge against chaos, to transform your life. But it's not enough to just buy. You must understand. You must watch trends. You must move with conviction. Micro decisions every day. Adding coins here, learning the market there, adjusting your strategy compound into life-changing outcomes. Think about the power of mindset in investing. The same people who panic when markets wobble, they miss the moments that define futures. The ones who study, who stay calm, who act strategically, they are the ones who create stories worth telling. Like the woman who, in the midst of a market dip, doubled her silver holdings. That decision didn't just grow her wealth, it gave her the courage to start a nonprofit, travel the world, and design the life she'd always dreamed of. Her wealth wasn't measured just in dollars, it was measured in freedom, choices, and impact. So what can you do right now? Start small if you must, but start. Research your options, understand the metals, and align your investments with your goals. Build habits, add silver consistently, educate yourself continuously, and surround yourself with people who think long-term. This isn't a sprint. It's a marathon where vision and patience outpace hype every single time. Remember, silver is more than an asset. It's a mindset. Every coin you hold is a lesson in discipline. Every market shift is a lesson in resilience. And every strategic decision is a step toward the life you've been imagining. Fear is temporary. Regret is permanent. Act now, learn, stack, and grow while others hesitate. If you feel that spark right now, the one telling you this is the moment, don't let it fade. Like, subscribe, share, and join a community of thinkers who see what others overlook, because the world will always panic. But those who act wisely, those who hold with strategy and vision, they're the ones who change everything. And this is your moment to do just that. Silver is rare, undervalued, and presents a unique opportunity when fear grips the market. Few people truly understand how extraordinary silver is. Unlike paper currency that can be printed endlessly or digital assets that can fluctuate based on speculation, silver has an intrinsic value built over thousands of years. It is a tangible asset that has maintained purchasing power through centuries of economic shifts, wars, and financial crisis. Every ounce of silver in your possession represents not just a physical commodity, but a form of security, a shield against uncertainty, and a silent declaration that you value real wealth over fleeting trends. The rarity of silver is something many overlook. While gold often captures the headlines, silver quietly holds a unique position as both a precious metal and an industrial necessity. It is used in technology, medicine, solar panels, electronics, and countless industrial applications, giving it a demand that is practical and enduring, not just speculative. This dual nature of silver as a precious metal and an industrial metal makes it a cornerstone of financial strategy. Yet, it remains undervalued in the eyes of the general public. The market often ignores silver until a sudden surge reminds everyone of its importance, creating those fleeting moments of opportunity that define fortunes. And it is precisely in those moments of fear and panic that silver becomes most powerful. When markets wobble and people panic, they look for security. Many rush to sell, others retreat to cash. While the few who understand the value of silver see a different picture. They see opportunity. They understand that fear distorts price, and distortion creates advantage. History is full of examples where panic caused the masses to abandon assets that were inherently strong, only for those same assets to rise dramatically as stability returned. Silver behaves similarly. Its price may fluctuate, but its intrinsic value never diminishes. For the strategic investor, understanding this difference between temporary fear and permanent value is crucial. Silver is not just a commodity to trade. It is a strategic tool to build resilience and wealth. Each ounce held during turbulent times is more than a financial asset. It is a statement of foresight. It reflects an awareness that true opportunity often arrives disguised as risk, that scarcity and an undervaluation are often misunderstood, and that acting when others hesitate can yield disproportionate rewards. People who panic often miss these lessons because they see only the short-term volatility, not the long-term significance. The power of silver lies in its ability to be both a safeguard and a multiplier. While gold might be the classic symbol of wealth preservation, silver offers a unique dynamic. Its lower price point makes it accessible to a wider range of investors, allowing for accumulation in a way that is tangible and actionable. For someone willing to learn, study, and act with strategy, silver can be an entry point into wealth building that also cultivates discipline, patience, and a mindset attuned to value rather than hype. Understanding silver requires a shift in perspective. You cannot treat it like stocks or bonds. Its movements are influenced not only by market sentiment, but by global industrial demand, mining supply, geopolitical pressures, and monetary policies. Each of these factors contributes to a larger narrative of scarcity and necessity. The rare nature of silver means that supply cannot easily expand to meet sudden demand. Unlike paper assets, which makes holding it during periods of panic and uncertainty a particularly powerful position, those who recognize this understand that silver is not simply a commodity. It is a strategic advantage, a resource that can serve as both protection and growth. A bridge between the world of tangible wealth and the abstract forces of market fear, and an opportunity to act decisively when others are frozen by emotion. Strategic investing in silver can transform wealth, mindset, and life freedom. Silver is more than just a shiny metal or a commodity traded on markets. It is a tool that, when used wisely, can redefine your financial trajectory and shape the way you approach life itself. Many people see investing purely as a numbers game, focusing on quick profits or trendy assets. But silver teaches lessons that go far beyond immediate gains. It requires patience, discipline, and a long-term vision. Each decision to acquire silver, whether it's a single coin or a large quantity of bars, is a deliberate act that reinforces a mindset oriented towards stability, foresight, and calculated risk. Those who invest strategically understand that wealth is not built overnight. It is cultivated through consistent, informed actions, and a willingness to embrace opportunities that others overlook. Think of the entrepreneur who used silver as a foundation for growth. While peers were distracted by fleeting stock market trends, they quietly accumulated physical silver, understanding that it held tangible value that could not be erased by market manipulation or economic uncertainty. Years later, when instability struck and other assets faltered, the strategic silver investment provided a platform for launching businesses, funding ventures, and creating financial independence. The lesson is clear. Strategic investing is not about following the crowd, but about anticipating the future and positioning oneself ahead of it. Beyond the financial advantages, silver also cultivates a mindset of resilience and discernment. It teaches investors to separate fear from opportunity, to recognize that temporary volatility does not equate to permanent loss, and to focus on fundamentals rather than noise. Every ounce acquired reinforces a sense of agency, reminding the investor that they are in control of their financial destiny, rather than at the mercy of unpredictable markets or fleeting public sentiment. This mindset translates to all areas of life, fostering confidence, patience, and strategic thinking. Real-world examples abound of individuals who transformed their lives by combining strategic silver investing with action-oriented thinking. Consider the family that consistently added to their silver holdings each month. Their disciplined approach, seemingly small and unremarkable in the beginning, compounded over time, creating a substantial store of wealth that enabled them to pay off debts, invest in properties, and fund education without relying on unstable sources of income. Their story demonstrates that wealth is not the result of luck, but of steady, intentional actions anchored in understanding and strategy. Practical strategies for building wealth with silver emphasize consistency, research, and adaptability. Strategic investors monitor market trends, understand supply and demand dynamics, and adjust their approach as needed without succumbing to panic or hype. They recognize that silver is both a store of value and a vehicle for opportunity, and they use it to hedge against uncertainty while positioning themselves to benefit from long-term growth. Beyond financial returns, strategic silver investing cultivates life freedom. The security and optionality it provides allow individuals to make decisions from a place of empowerment rather than scarcity. It opens doors to entrepreneurship, travel, education, and personal development, giving investors the ability to live life on their own terms rather than being constrained by financial pressures. Silver, in this sense, becomes more than an asset. It becomes a partner in building the life one envisions. Strategic investing also emphasizes timing, but not in the sense of chasing the market. It is about recognizing the moments when opportunities align with knowledge and readiness, and having the courage to act decisively. Those who master this approach understand that true opportunity often appears when others hesitate or panic, and that the ability to act strategically during such moments separates those who merely survive from those who thrive. It is this combination of foresight, discipline, and adaptability that allows silver investors to transform not only their wealth, but their mindset, their confidence, and ultimately their life freedom. By viewing silver as a strategic tool rather than just a commodity, individuals unlock a framework for long-term growth and personal empowerment that extends far beyond financial gain. Patience, research, and disciplined stacking create long-term financial power. Silver is not a get-rich-quick asset, and those who approach it as such often find themselves frustrated or discouraged. The real strength of silver lies in its ability to reward consistent, informed action over time. Every ounce acquired, every coin added to a stack, every decision made with careful research contributes to a cumulative advantage that grows exponentially. This process requires patience because markets are unpredictable and volatility is inevitable. Yet, it is precisely this volatility that creates the opportunities for those who are prepared and disciplined. While others react emotionally to sudden drops or spikes, a patient investor focuses on fundamentals, understanding that silver's intrinsic value is not dictated by short-term sentiment. Research is equally essential. Silver is influenced by multiple forces: industrial demand, mining supply, global economic policies, geopolitical events, and shifts in currency strength. A disciplined investor studies these factors not to chase trends, but to understand patterns and identify moments where the price of silver is misaligned with its true value. Knowledge becomes a tool for making informed decisions, and repeated informed decisions compound into significant advantage. Disciplined stacking is the act of consistently acquiring silver over time, regardless of market fluctuations. It is a habit that transforms small incremental actions into substantial wealth. This approach mirrors the principle of compound growth seen in other areas of life. Consistency, not timing, often determines long-term success. Consider the individual who, year after year, adds to their silver holdings through regular purchases. To outsiders, these incremental acquisitions may seem insignificant, but over time, they accumulate into a formidable store of value. When market conditions shift, this disciplined approach positions the investor to capitalize on opportunities that casual observers miss, creating both financial security and freedom. Patience, research, and discipline stacking also cultivate resilience and confidence. Investors who embrace these principles are less likely to panic during downturns because they understand that their strategy is designed for the long term. They have built a framework that allows them to remain calm when volatility strikes, to see opportunity when others see only fear, and to act with confidence grounded in preparation. Real-world examples illustrate this principle vividly. There are investors who weathered financial crisis, stock market crashes, and global economic turbulence simply because they had accumulated physical silver over time. Their patience and discipline insulated them from panic selling, allowing them to either hold safely or leverage their holdings for strategic advantage. Each decision to buy, research, and stack created layers of security and opportunity, demonstrating that slow, steady action often outperforms rapid, reactive trading. Disciplined silver stacking is also about mindset. It teaches the investor to value process over instant gratification, to appreciate the power of incremental gains, and to focus on mastery rather than luck. This mindset translates into other areas of life as well, fostering persistence, strategic thinking, and the ability to delay immediate pleasure for long-term reward. The combination of patience, research, and consistent stacking transforms silver from a simple commodity into a vehicle for life-changing financial power. Investors who master this approach not only accumulate wealth, but also develop a framework for making confident, strategic decisions in any environment. Their holdings are more than metal. They are an expression of foresight, discipline, and intentionality. Over time, the results of this approach compound, creating layers of opportunity that can fund businesses, provide personal freedom, and safeguard against uncertainty. Disciplined stacking is ultimately an act of preparation and empowerment, a demonstration of control over one's financial destiny, and a commitment to long-term growth in a world where patience and knowledge often distinguish the successful from the rest. Market panic is opportunity. Acting wisely while others hesitate separates winners. Throughout history, financial markets have been shaped not by steady, predictable movements, but by moments of fear, uncertainty, and sudden shifts in sentiment. These are the moments when hesitation becomes widespread, when panic grips the majority, and when conventional thinking collapses under pressure. Yet within this chaos lies immense opportunity for those who understand the difference between temporary fear and permanent value. Silver in particular thrives in such moments. It is a tangible asset that maintains intrinsic worth regardless of market turbulence, and its scarcity ensures that when demand spikes, opportunities multiply. The strategic investor recognizes that panic is not a signal to flee, but a signal to observe, analyze, and act. When others are selling in fear, prices may fall temporarily. creating entry points for those who are prepared. Those who act decisively in these moments often secure positions that yield disproportionate rewards over time, because opportunity rarely waits for indecision or doubt. Acting wisely requires more than courage. It requires preparation, knowledge, and a framework for decision-making. Investors who succeed during panics have studied the market, understood supply and demand dynamics, and established clear strategies for buying, holding, and leveraging their silver. They do not chase every spike, nor do they react impulsively to every dip. Instead, they see patterns, recognize mispricing, and capitalize on the temporary distortions created by widespread fear. Real-life examples demonstrate the power of this approach. I consider investors who increased their silver holdings during economic downturns or market corrections. At the time, many criticized them for buying into what seemed like uncertainty. Yet, those same investors later found that their positions had grown in value far beyond initial expectations. Their willingness to act when others hesitated not only secured financial gains, but also reinforced a mindset of confidence and strategic thinking. This principle extends beyond finance. Acting while others hesitate is a universal skill that differentiates leaders, innovators, and visionaries from the crowd. It is a mindset that values calculated risk, foresight, and opportunity over conformity, fear, and complacency. Those who master this approach in silver investing often find the lessons translating into other areas of life. Whether in business decisions, personal growth, or strategic planning, the core idea is simple. Moments of panic are temporary, but the decisions made during these moments have lasting impact. Silver's dual role as both a precious metal and an industrial necessity amplifies this effect. Its scarcity, utility, and enduring value create situations where acting wisely during downturns or market volatility can produce substantial advantages. Conversely, failing to act or succumbing to panic can result in missed opportunities, regret, and the slow erosion of potential wealth. Investors who embrace this philosophy, cultivating independence begins with understanding that relying solely on unstable systems, paper currency, or fleeting market trends leaves one vulnerable to forces beyond control. Silver, as a tangible and enduring asset, provides a foundation for autonomy, a form of security that cannot be easily manipulated, printed, or erased. By choosing silver strategically, individuals assert agency over their financial destiny, creating a sense of resilience that permeates every area of life. Resilience is forged through consistent action, disciplined thinking, and the ability to navigate uncertainty without fear. Every ounce acquired, every investment decision made with knowledge and intent reinforces a mindset attuned to long-term goals rather than short-term noise. Those who embrace silver as part of a larger strategy learn to see volatility not as a threat, but as an opportunity to strengthen their position. Life achievement in this context is not simply measured by monetary gain. It is measured by the freedom to make choices, the ability to pursue passions without financial constraint, and the confidence that comes from having a reliable foundation. Silver enables this achievement because it is both rare and practical. Its scarcity ensures that those who accumulate it steadily hold a resource of lasting value, while its industrial utility ensures continuous demand, linking it to real-world applications that transcend speculation. Consider the individual who, over years, has methodically acquired silver. Each small, consistent decision has compounded into a portfolio that enables not just financial security, but options. The ability to invest in a business, support family goals, or explore creative ventures. Each silver acquisition becomes a tangible symbol of discipline, foresight, and commitment to long-term objectives. The psychological impact of this approach is profound. When investors recognize that each decision matters, that each action compounds, and that patience and consistency yield significant outcomes, they begin to internalize a mindset of empowerment. This mindset translates into other areas of life, encouraging proactive problem-solving, calculated risk-taking, and the pursuit of meaningful goals with confidence. Silver also serves as a teacher of prudence and strategic thinking. It demonstrates the importance of understanding intrinsic value, recognizing scarcity, and anticipating shifts in supply and demand. Investors learn to act not out of impulse, but out of careful observation and informed judgment. These lessons foster resilience, equipping individuals to face financial challenges, market fluctuations, and broader life uncertainties with composure and insight. Real-life examples abound of people who used silver to achieve both financial and personal milestones. Families who systematically invested in silver found it not only preserved their wealth during economic instability, but also provided the resources to pursue education, entrepreneurship, or philanthropic initiatives. Their journey illustrates that wealth, when paired with strategic thinking and disciplined action, becomes a vehicle for broader life fulfillment. Every silver decision, no matter how small, reinforces this philosophy. It instills habits of consistency, patience, and foresight, transforming the simple act of stacking silver into a broader practice of intentional living. Over time, these decisions accumulate, producing tangible results and intangible growth. a sense of security, independence, and achievement that cannot be replicated by short-term speculation. Silver becomes both a tool and a teacher, a bridge between financial prudence and persona. L, empowerment, a reminder that the pursuit of long-term value requires vision, discipline, and courage. By committing to strategic accumulation and thoughtful engagement with silver, individuals chart a path toward lasting independence, resilience, and the fulfillment that comes from achieving life goals on their own terms.